Since its founding in 1948, the Israeli Zionist state has projected a carefully calculated media image as a paradigm of democracy and human rights. The reality beneath the image was far different, however. The Jewish religion is founded upon the Talmud, a sacred Jewish book that declares that non-Jews, known as goyim, are subhuman. This has always been Judaism's orthodox view of non-Jews, and this attitude was enshrined in the Israeli state, where Palestinian civilians were massacred with impunity by the Israeli army. This veil of alibis and illusion began to be penetrated, however, with the rise in the Israeli state of a New York rabbi from Brooklyn, Meir Kahane. Kahane was the embodiment of all that the Talmud teaches. He was vicious, sadistic, and racist, characteristics he shared with all Israeli government leaders. But Kahane differed from them in one key respect. He was honest and forthright about what Judaism actually stood for. He openly admitted that it was the Talmud, Judaism's holiest book, that gave the Israelis the right to murder, to hate, and to subdue.
Kahane called the man a dirty Arab. Kahane often refers to Arabs as dogs.
I want to make it clear to those dogs that are standing there, there is no such thing as an Arab village in the state of Israel.
And it's not going to be long before we have the power to clean this place out. And that's where I want them out.
Many Israeli soldiers make little secret of their support for Kahane, as do some of the settlers.
Most Israeli men serve in the military reserve, and almost all settlers are armed, many with the Galil automatic that he used. A whole arsenal can be seen in the hands of settlers.
The mass murder of Palestinians is not limited to the so-called Jewish settlers. Baruch Goldstein was a major in the Israeli army and committed the massacre while in the uniform of that army. The Israeli army has had the barbaric official policy of shooting to death unarmed Palestinian civilians who throw stones for at least the past 14 years. The Western world has generally turned a blind eye to this use of live ammunition against kids with slingshots. That army, made up in part of settlers, is just as racist, bigoted, and violent as the settlers themselves. In fact, as you will see in the forthcoming footage, army and settlers are one and the same.